Many people believe that if your weight is normal, your blood sugar is normal, and your cholesterol is normal, then your metabolism must be healthy. I once believed this too, but today I want to share my own real experience. Hello, my name is Hao Ma. I'm from Chengdu, Sichuan, China. In early 2022, my body mass index was about 20.7. On paper, everything looked fine, but over the next few months, something strange happened. My weight began to drop slowly. At the same time, a series of unexpected symptoms appeared. I experienced heart palpitations and tightness in my chest. At night, my heart rate often exceeded 100 beats per minute. I could not sleep well. I woke up to urinate 5 to 6 times every night. What frightened me the most was not symptoms themselves. It was the fact that I have no idea what was happening inside my body.
In January 2022, I did my first detailed blood test. Triglycerides were 88.5 milligrams per deciliter. High-density lipoprotein cholesterol was 71.4 milligrams per deciliter. Low-density lipoprotein cholesterol was 152.2 milligrams per deciliter. Fasting blood glucose was 118.1 milligrams per deciliter. 2-hour post-meal glucose was 113.4 milligrams per deciliter. Hemoglobin A1C was 5.3%. Fasting insulin was 4.53 microunits per milliliter. 2-hour post-meal insulin was 52.84 microunits per milliliter.
At first glance, these numbers did not look alarming, but the real problem was hidden here. My body had to release a large amount of insulin just to keep blood sugar normal. This is hidden insulin resistance. You cannot see it from weight. You cannot see it from blood sugar alone. But internally, the body is working extremely hard. After receiving these results, I made only 2 changes. First, I reduced carbohydrate intake and increased healthy fats and protein. Second, I entered night-resistant training. There was no extreme dieting. There were no intense workout. 4 months later, I repeated the blood test.
My fasting insulin dropped from 4.53 to 1.69 microunits per milliliter. My 2-hour post-meal insulin dropped from 52.84 to 12.39 microunits per milliliter. My fasting blood glucose dropped to 90.5 milligrams per hemoglobin A1C remained stable at 5.4%.
This was the moment I truly understood something important. Insulin reveals metabolic problem early. That blood sugar, normal blood sugar, does not mean the body is truly at ease. In 2023, my blood sugar fluctuations revealed ongoing metabolic stress. I took several post-meal glucose tests. On one occasion, 1 hour after eating, my blood sugar spiked to 202.7 milligrams per deciliter. Yet my HbA1c was still only 5.6%. This shows that my body was forcing insulin to keep average blood sugar down. On the surface, things looked fine, but my metabolic system was under extreme pressure.
In May 2023, I checked my lipid profile again. Triglycerides 48.7 milligrams per deciliter, HDL 59.4 milligrams per deciliter, LDL 178.3 milligrams per deciliter.
This is not the typical thing equals health lipid pattern. It reflects muscle deficiency and metabolic disorder. At that time, I was not overweight, but body fat was not high. But I lacked strength and muscle reserves.
In May 2024, I did a 3-hour glucose tolerance and insulin test, fasting insulin or microunits per milliliter, 30-minute post-meal insulin, 15.4 microunits per milliliter, 2-hour post-meal insulin, 37.2 microunits per milliliter, 3-hour post-meal insulin, 17.8 microunits per milliliter. However, post-meal glucose was still high. 2-hour glucose, 141.7 milligrams per deciliter. 3-hour glucose, 123.7 milligrams per deciliter.
This demonstrates an important point that can improve insulin, but the true determinant of glucose utilization efficiency is muscle mass. In early 2025, I started systematic strength training. I practiced my shoulders, chest, biceps, core, and lower body. And I inserted substitute protein intake.
The results were clear. Muscle mass increased by approximately 4.4 pounds, about 2 kilograms. Body fat decreased from 16% to 11%. Weight remained almost the same. Basal metabolism increased by approximately 100 kilocalories per day. BMI increased to 21.5. Compared with 2022, my body composition and metabolic health were completely different. April 2025 lab results. Triglycerides 64.5 milligrams per deciliter, HDL 68.3 milligrams per deciliter, LDL 204.3 milligrams per deciliter, fasting glucose 102.4 milligrams per deciliter, HbA1c 5%.
Most importantly, was symptoms disappeared. No palpitations, no frank urination. Heart rate became stable, and my sleep was restored. My experience shows one key fact. Even if your weight, blood sugar, blood pressure, and cholesterol are normal, you may still have serious insulin resistance. The real drivers of metabolic weight are muscle mass, insulin sensitivity, and long-term strength training. If, like me, you are not overweight but feel something is wrong with your body, make sure to check your insulin. If you want to truly improve metabolism, start with diet structure and strength training. Your body will respond positively. Thank you for watching. I'm Hao Ma, and I'll see you next time.